Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Greetings to everybody, guys. Let's take a look in the gold market. So yesterday you can see that action was not really very significant. The market continued dropping, but it has happened rather lazy, mostly because it was the holiday in the United States. This was the Martin Luther King Day, so that's why activity on the market was really small. In general, we said that market probably could continue the downward action, mostly because the setup that we have stands on the weekly chart. Since on the weekly market was not able to break through the 1290 with 13 even area, so it was the 3 attempt made of the possible breakout, but all of them has been failed. At least currently market shows the strong pullback, and actually that was potentially the bullish pattern that was forming here. As you remember, we talked about it recently. This was a bullish pennant, but since it has been broken in the opposite direction, the overall context right now turns bearish. So the fact that this setup stands on the weekly, it suggests that probably the downward action should be a bit more significant. And according to our weekly report, we do not exclude the chance that market will hit the 1260 support. This will be not something really outstanding or unexpected, because actually that was just a 30% retracement of this most recent downward legs, so it's not really very significant pullback. And for a weekly chart, this is not really very big retracement, but still on the daily chart it looks significant, and it's maybe even equals mostly to the area, to the distance that market already has passed. So, but first level that we will be watching for is the 1273. This is the first support area that we have. Particularly speaking, in the current environment, we're mostly dealing with our setup that we talked about in the weekly report, because here we have really tricky situation. So take a look at the 4-hour time frame chart. On the 4-hour time frame chart, market stands in a kind of the rectangle actions, flat action. And inside of this pattern, it has the ABC pattern. OP target stands in 1275. It stands slightly below the lows of the B point. And definitely there are some stops have been placed below it. It means that here is just perfect situation for some cunning action. So this is really just a very good setup for the wash and rinse. Taking into consideration the overall gold character, is the market that's very cunning, and it likes to show the kind of action where market just drops down, grabs the stops, and return it back up. This will be a very good opportunity for taking the long position. So this is the first setup for a scalp long trade that we have. If you have the bearish view, guys, we already have warned you that it's better to take the position on the way down. So when the market opened here yesterday, we said that trying to take the position here is some minor retracement. Be prepared to the possible breakout before it will start. Also, it's not safe to place stop entry orders here on the breakout of this area, just because of this same reason. So we have the OP target, we have the FIB support, and if you will place the stop entry order here, you have the big chance to be trapped in the wrong direction if some kind of the wash and rinse action will happen. It's better to see if market indeed will break the 1273, will move below the OP, below the B point, will stand somewhere around 1270, 1272 stably. In this case, you could try to take some retracement for taking short position with 1260 anticipation. But currently, if you have missed the opportunity to take the short somewhere inside of this range, it's better to sit on the hands and see what will happen, because currently taking the short position is a bit risky. For the bulls, this is a kind of the opportunity, because even minor reaction on the wash and rinse of these lows probably will trigger some significant pullback, and that should lead us to move stops to the break-even. Potentially, if market indeed will return back inside of this range, we could get action back to the opposite border, or a bit deeper pullback inside of the rectangle. This is definitely not yet some long-term trade, but overall setup existence of the support of the agreement right at 1273, 1275 area creates good background, good scenario for good setup for possible scalp long trade. On the hourly chart, this drop down could take the shape of the butterfly. So you can see butterfly has two targets in 1275.50, 1274. Reaching of the 1274 in the current environment looks more probable just because of the existence of the stop orders below these lows. They will trigger the bit stronger downward action initially. And that's why if you're dealing with a butterfly, in such cases it's better to watch for a second target of the butterfly, 1618 extension. That's particularly an area where you could think about taking the long position if you would like to use this setup for trading. So that's actually all that we see right now on the euro currency, on the gold market. So nothing more currently we have. So and today, based on this scenario, we also will keep an eye on what really will happen. So if market, after minor pullback of the working out of this stop, will drop back inside below the 1273 area, that will mean that we will get further downward continuation. That moment will be suitable maybe for the bears. So let's keep watching what we'll get on the gold, because overall situation on the gold is really interesting, especially taking into consideration the weekly situation that we have. And let's see how this stop that we have will work out.